me change this to our Discord stage music. We have to. It's iconic. We're known already. This is our elevator music. I feel like you could play this music while playing Zen and have a grand old time. I swear to God, you could be living in the backlines. Wait, let me let this play for chat. Hold on. Like, how calming is this, Sama? Just playing Zen, whirling through the backlines. Triple kill. Do 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 do. Yo, I be vibing to this shit, low key. Okay. I'm done. All right, welcome on in, you guys. Is episode 26. I'm so excited. Sheesh is right. Like, we made it this far. Y'all have listened to us babble about Paladins for 26 episodes. That's insane. Today we have quite a lot of peeps that are going to be inputting today. We've got me, we've got Justin, we've got some new faces. Those of you that listen on YouTube, we've got a few friends that we've made along the way. We've got Mimi up in here. We've got Zama, and of course we've got Tarak in chat. Let's see, we've got Rays. Itachi's also here. We've got the whole gang here today. Plus, chat is here with us live because we're on Twitch as well, which I'll link down in the description. Champion Hot Seat this week is Ruckus, which if you didn't know, we're actually doing bi-weekly episodes, but we're kind of catching up on a lot of stuff that we missed. This was a request from a Ruckus main friend of mine, Bonds Gamer. I'll shout them out in the description as well. They stink because they're not here, but they wanted this shit, so we get to shit on Ruckus, you guys. No, I'm kidding. It's patch day.
Imagine she's lurking in chat right
She'll
now.
show up
waiting.
just to talk shit to
She's
me.
waiting.
It's
She's
Bonds
waiting.
Gamer 54 or some shit. But yeah, it's patch day. So we got lots to talk about. I've already been kind of asking people how they feel about it. That's why you see that already pre-written there. But there was a lot of changes. I don't know. Did they post? Is the patch post on Steam or no?
I think it might be on their website too.
Okay, the
Yeah,
current
it
one
is.
because
It's on the Steam.
it is on Steam because I want
that's where I looked
to
at it.
show I want to go through it thoroughly because I'm a thorough bitch. Yes, it did, Tarak. It did update your game. Honestly, what time is it for Bond? It might be super late for Bon. Usually, if they're playing with us, they get off around this time.
I talked to them earlier. They said they weren't feeling the best, but like
Oh
finished them early.
no, that's not good. They might be
So I don't know.
sickies.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. They said
Poor
they are good,
thing.
but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, shout out to Bon. This episode's for them. Let's go over the patch notes, but before we do that, I have some trivial stuff to go over. So I was asking everybody, how do we feel overall about the update? Those of you that have got to play, are you feeling the changes? Do you like a lot of the changes with the items, with the champions, some people's talents? What are we overall feeling? Rate this patch. Go ahead, no, go.
I did not appreciate them moving fucking the items around because I almost fucked up today.
Oh
I
no.
was livid. I was
I'm
like,
glad.
this isn't.
I'm glad
This
they
is.
did.
I was like, why is Black Shield back in here? And then I was like, why is Guardian not?
Yeah, that kind of threw me off a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie.
I almost
I'm
bought the
kind of
wrong
glad
thing.
they
People were gonna yell at me. I
did
didn't
it.
want to get yelled
I'm
at.
glad they did it. They changed it back.
I've only played like 3 games, so I can't really put too much input.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I give it
I've
a
only
try.
played Barrack,
I
so
will say
I
I'm
can't say
very
much.
sad they didn't put the Sarah's talent in live, at least for a couple days for me to try.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
To be
Yeah.
fair, to be
And
fair,
I
it
think
broke.
if they did put it in, 50%, that's whack. Way too fucking much. Put it in at like 20%, 25%. See how that goes. I hate what they did. Honestly, I'm kind of sad with what they did. Just putting Soul Collector 2.0 in.
Yeah. I literally
But
just
that's
did
one of the
that.
only changes I can speak on, so. I mean, I think it's cool because it's a sneaky way to buff Soul Collector as it was too. To like kind of give
Yeah.
Ceres like an overall buff. Like that's her main playstyle. And now Soul Collector's in base kit and it's buffed, so
Yeah, everybody runs for that one
she kind of
first.
got a good buff. So I guess I don't know. We'll have to see how that part plays out. Um,
Mimi, let's kind of
that's
touch
about it.
on
I
the
can't
fact
really speak
that
on anything.
you've been playing a lot of Barrack from what I hear, and you're really enjoying it. Overall, what would you rate? Like talk about that. Like, do you like it?
I don't know how to feel about it.
Give your honest opinion about it.
I don't appreciate the fact that there's not a shield around my ult turret anymore.
Yeah.
Because and it takes too long to like pick pick a target and actually shoot at them, and by that time it's already destroyed. And that's what happened a lot today.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate.
Same.
I don't know. I'm
Do
kind
you,
of 50-50 on it. I have to play it some more
Mhm.
to actually give like
Me too.
an accurate like opinion.
Yeah.
But so far it's all right. I kind of miss the talent it replaced, but it's whatever.
do you run the card? I think it stacks with his cards too. The turret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does have a card. I think you could heal the turret. I'm gonna 100%.
You can
He
if
has a
you're
card where you
standing
can heal
next to
turret.
it. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
have
has
to be
to
pretty.
heal the
You have to
Yeah.
first.
pretty much be
You pretty
petting
much
it the
have
whole
to have
time.
the heal
Yeah.
card on turrets and healing cards both high and like be near them. So
Jesse,
if
you
you're a
see my
cheeky
build name.
barrack and
You
you're
know.
like flanking and
I
shit,
think
that's kind of
I think I
counterintuitive.
have I think I have one of Justin's loadouts for that. But I don't use I use this speedy shield. I use speedy shields like that's the only thing I use. So
Damn.
I love speedy shields. Like I'm actually obsessed with it.
Speedy shields us so far.
It's why it's why I get so much
It actually makes
shielding.
Barrack fun to play.
Right. Yeah,
It's
it
so
really
fun.
does.
Because
I
you
love
get
when
maxed
she's on
out
our team
current.
running it. It helps the whole fucking team pop off. Like
Right.
it's
It,
so
So
good.
fun.
exactly.
You
It's for
max
the
Yeah.
out
whole team
Cronus and
too.
have speedy shields.
Stop
It's
attacking my
just like the
toes.
best thing ever.
So let's go over this. Squadron Celebration update notes. Makoa returns from Turtle Cove. Where is Turco? Turco needs to be here. This is like Makoa Celebration Day. Is he streaming? We need to shout him out. Fucking Turco's the shit. Check out Turco on Twitch, y'all. Lord Turco.
He
Squadron.
streamed?
Yeah, he
What
started
the heck?
streaming. He just started
When?
like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days
This
ago.
this bitch has not texted me in forever. I
Ooh, Turco's in
I'm
trouble. Chat, chat,
Trouble.
chat,
You in trouble.
chat. Next time y'all see Turco, be like, ooh.
oh, I'm so mad.
just be like, ooh. Yeah, he been
Let
popping
me let
off.
me let me let me let me let me
Throw
let me
your
text him.
chancla. Prepare your chancla. So this says for our final event pass of this year, we've commissioned community artists for our 2D cosmetics as well as created 5 recolors in the event pass that bring some limited skins forward with new looks. Makilla Makoa Volcanic, Shaman Grok, Chieftain, Exhortation Fernando, Ultimatum, Infernal Lord Drogos, Abyssal Lord, and Coastline Coney Ray, Beach Bunny. In addition to these skins, there's another recolor of the Volcanic Makoa available for direct purchase called the Shikoa. In total, there are 6 new skins players can get their hands on right away as a present from us to the community. Aw, how cute!
Wait, we just get all these skins?
One is which one it says? It says for direct purchase. There's another.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it says for direct purchase.
I thought they were just like, here, free skins. I was like, no shit.
Right.
What?
Well, I had to read that again, and I was like, oh. But this says the Merry Mayhem returns. The Squadron aren't the only ones celebrating. Merry Mayhem returns as a special quest line for the holidays, allowing players to earn some exclusive rewards as well as chests and gold. Here's the order of things you'll be asked to complete and the rewards. Play one match, limited Happy Holidays title, which I do have that one. Capture 2 siege objectives, 750 gold. Deal 50k damage in a match, 750 gold. Play 3 arcade matches for 1500 gold. Heal for 30k in a match, gives you 2500 gold. Win 2 matches for 50 crystals. Earn 20k credits, Flair and Style chest. Earn 100 eliminations for the Golden Cachet chest. Play 25 matches for the Festive Presents chest. And then limited has save Realmus title, so there's another title you can get. And then we're gonna get into this. So before I continue, any questions about any of this? Have any of you guys got the recolors? Some people have been saying the recolors are ass. I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of not happy
I
people.
think they're nice. I like them. They're not bad. People
Yeah.
hate us for real.
I feel like the
That's
Abyssal
fine.
Lord
They
one
alright.
is
Hold
too
on,
gold.
hold on. Sorry, I can't focus on the game and talk at the same time, Tachi.
Uh,
I'll leave so you can play.
Let me.
Drogos. Abyssal Lord
Where's the
Drogos.
I think the recolor skins are pretty cool. The one I really like the most is the Grok one.
Yeah, the Grok one's
I like
definitely
the
the best.
skins. I just feel
They're-
like the Infernal Lord one. The gold trim is nice, but I feel like they just kind of overdid it with the gold. It feels like another just gold skin for
I like it.
Drogos.
Surprisingly. I don't know.
It
I
is
like
supposed
the-
to be
I like
all
the-
infernally. In
Yes.
fairness, are you
But
saying
it's
like if they had like more red instead of the?
Yeah,
like,
the
like,
gold
there was,
is a
like,
little
I can see that.
overpowering
It's like,
because
oh,
that's like
it-
Willow's
Oh
gold
yeah.
sin
Now
is
that
more
I have
bronze.
it pulled up here, yeah.
Yeah.
I see
you
what you're
look at
talking
it
about.
feels like I'm looking at like Grover, like like Grover's
Ah,
like a matching skin. Like that's what I feel like I'm looking at when I look at it. It's like blinding me.
No, he didn't.
I c-
No, he
I
didn't.
feel that,
I
I feel
can't. I
that.
can't unsee it now. Are you kidding me?
Like or maybe if they like made like the skin on his arms and stuff like more of the darker red that can match
Yeah.
his face
What are you doing?
and his legs, it would kind of offset that a
Wait.
little bit. But it's like they have a gold tone
my
to
God.
his. Oh, whoa! There's like energy flowing through his arms, so that's kind of cool.
Like
see
I
why they
like
did
how
like
it
that.
looks. It's just like the gold is just really overbearing.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
it
Now
really
that I have it pulled
is.
up for sure.
What's
It's
the
probably
new,
my least favorite of them.
What's the new Grok one?
The new rock one.
Shaman. Oh.
I think Shaman, yeah.
Oh, I like that. I love the green hair.
like
It's giving
it.
Deku hair. I love it.
Right.
And little
and I
feet
like
wraps.
the like white aesthetic, like the
Yeah.
white gold. It's
Ooh,
like kind of like
ooh.
I don't know, like Greek mythology.
You
kinda,
don't like it,
looking.
I like
No, I
it.
like the skin. I don't like Deku.
Why you?
Oh.
Why you hating? Why you hating, bro?
Why you always hate?
Why you always hating? Where Makoa's stank ass?
Makoa's skin looks dope.
Yeah, I want to see.
I think that's the
What's
other
that
one that I
one?
liked.
What's
That
the
the
one?
Grok
Okay,
and
bro,
the
you gonna hang, bro, you gonna hang me for this? But the pink one's the best one. Oh Lord,
The oh,
See,
I
the
like
pink
this.
one is kind of how I feel about Ray's, how felt about Drogos.
I like
it's
this.
It's a little too much.
I
like
mean, the
this.
color scheme they should have did was like the pink then the white, but that's just a personal thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause they did the white with the
I kind
pink
of
and the
agree
white.
with you though.
The white chrome is very overpowering.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's like blinding
it is,
almost.
It is,
It's
but
But
like for
also-
all the
nice.
girlies, they'll love this. Like
But I will
It looks
say,
nice. Don't get me
only-
wrong, but it's just
it's
it's kind
only-
of
I hate
blinding, like you were
pink,
I
saying.
will say
so
a lot of people are going to make it a bit brighter than it actually is, so that is something to take into consideration.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So that's
Yeah.
another thing.
That's
I
what
think
this
I like
means.
the Makilla one.
Yeah, I do like the black and
I like that one the
blue.
most.
Yeah.
They offset each other really nicely. Those colors, like
It
having
really
the
does.
mostly like dark.
It's very
It's almost
clean.
like that's just his energy breaking out from like an old rock or something.
Right. My cat has the zoomies, and she keeps trying to
You
climb
know,
my chair.
with all of these unlimited skins, the only ranked skin that doesn't have a recolor now is Pips.
Them.
Sad Pip.
That's crazy. So the
Justice
crowd
for Pip.
control, debuff, and status conveyance. Across the game, we've added highlights and callouts to various effects, unified how we describe them across all champions. There are a few new examples as well as changes to existing effects. Zin's new version of Yomi, spoilers, uses the word ignite instead of burn. This is to indicate that flames he attaches to a target deal no damage and instead act as a damage amp for him. whirl now ignites enemies hit for 3 seconds. Your infernal blade deals 15% increased damage to targets burning or ignited. So it's buffing the damage he's already doing instead of just being additional damage, like direct damage. I haven't played New Zen, so I can't feel the difference. I believe Nova played with us earlier and said it didn't really feel that much different to him.
Yeah, well, nah. See,
Yeah, I've heard the
it
damage
takes
feels
you
about
can't.
the same.
It takes you actually have to think about how you're gonna go. You can't just automatically get the free damage
Right.
on your spot.
Is it kind of like building stacks?
It's just like if I whirl through a whole group of enemies, they all get it. The damage.
Mm.
It only works for them though,
Wait.
but Endo can basically
Wait,
give
so
you
it's like a AoE or no?
whirls the area damage. So yeah,
Oh, but everybody would get the
You're
burning or
okay.
ignited, like
no, just them.
just oh, that's for him.
But Zen's the only one that gets the damage amplification from it.
You
But
need to
it
pair him.
opens up a lot
Oh,
of good
Zama's saying that we need to
synergy.
pair him with other champs that
Yeah,
apply
yeah,
burning.
that's what I was trying to say. Is like,
Okay, so
it,
like a
Yeah.
Nando
Yeah.
Zen or a
yes,
Tyra
Nando,
Zen.
Nando's
Tyra,
the
Ooh.
Nando's
even
the
Sati's backflip kick applies a
Right.
burn.
Okay.
Nando's the best.
I think Betty's first talent applies a burn also.
I thought they took that away. Oh my God, Itachi, you're
Oh
dying.
goodness.
Itachi's dying.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah, Betty's first
This
talent
like
applies a
lagged
burn.
so bad. That was insane.
Oh.
Oh,
But yeah, it opens up a lot of like synergy with other characters, which I think is really cool, and I can't wait to see if they expand
it's kind of
upon
encouraging
that. Like,
more like team play. I like
yeah,
that.
we were talking earlier if they like consider other things like any like damage over time to be considered like if it's not burning,
That was
it's like
actually going to
maybe
be my next question
categorized as
with like with
poison,
Vora and
then
stuff.
you could have like
Yeah.
that's the example I use. Like Vora's basic
Yeah.
attack
Or like
would turn
Yag.
into like the damage over time would be considered poison, and then that could affect like Sky or Nyx. Nyx has her poison aura since they already have a couple of poison things. I was like,
Have y'all
"Ooh, maybe
tested
might-"
that?
No. This is only for Zen. I'm theory
Oh, well,
thinking in the
if they
future,
would
like
make
what
it
they
like that,
could do,
that would be really incredibly
something like
stinky.
that.
We would get.
Yeah, if they wanted to like make more synergy things like
Yeah.
Zens, if they made
That
like a
could be
talent
nice,
for
though.
Sky where she does more damage to anybody who's under a poison effect or taking damage over time.
Oh,
she'll
and then in
amplify that damage
parentheses,
over time or something.
in
I don't know.
parentheses, like additional 5% of damage, if playing with a Zen, or like you said,
Right.
like you're saying, yeah.
Or like doubles damage over time that's currently being done. If
That's
she
actually
poisons them
sick
too.
because that's reminding me of the other game we played, the Watchers, where you go the team like buffs. You do like added damage because you're running a certain comp.
That's also another thing they did. Dude. That's another thing they have in Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah. So this says displacement effects have been broken up into the following subcategories: knockback, knock up, push, pull, and lift. Knock and push effects currently countered by Sentinel, and pull and lift effects by Unbound. Gravity Vice, so this is Omen's ability. Direct damage. Channel and alter gravity, lifting an enemy into the air for 1 second before violently pushing them away from your current position for 400 damage. After pushing an enemy, a photic reaver is set to entumber mode for 2 seconds. I kind of like that they're identifying the word usage more because that's something that they've always got their asses handed to them about. Their Paladins verbiage could get you in trouble. Like,
right.
you could build something thinking that it's gonna do one thing and you get bamboozled like fuck. So I
Right, because
love
like one word was changed or
yeah. It is a really huge buff for him. However, Zama, I'm not jumping for joy because the motherfucker is still bugged. So
same bug still. I heard.
until they fucking fix that shit, I don't. This is not a buff
they
for
think
him.
it's fixed.
They
think it's fixed.
Let me get that clip from. You know what? No, because that was pre. I need to play him now and have the bug happen because y'all know I'm the queen of making it happen. I don't know how I get the bug every stream. Every stream I get that bug. I promise you I can make it happen again. What?
Yeah, last time I reached out for it, they're like, "Oh, it's already been addressed. It's been fixed." It's like, no. Just happened.
Is this what you guys mean by fixed?
Like,
Yeah,
if
I've
it's
got
Sorry.
fixed,
I've
then
gotten the
why is
bug
it
a
still
once or
happening?
twice, like even
Yeah.
before the patch.
I will say it's not as frequent as it used to be, but it still happens.
Not for me, man. I'm cursed. I
Yeah,
always get.
unless you're unless you're bug, you just get it every other time you
I
play.
have bad luck, and I always get that fucking bug, and it's always when I'm about to grip into alt or alt into grip, and I'm like, bruh, why are you like
Hmm.
this? All right. Older instances of phrases that meant the same as an effect have been replaced by the effect. For example, reduces movement speed have been replaced with slows for clarity. Again, kudos to them for doing that because
Hmm.
that is something that trips up a lot of new players. Hell, it even trips me up. Like, this is something that they're known for. They're known for their very bad wordplay. They think it's good,
Yeah,
but
this
it's
is a
really
big
not.
W in my opinion. Like, this
Hmm.
is probably, yeah, especially for like the new player base, is gonna make things a lot more understandable when there's already so much to learn for this game.
Oh yeah, 100%. So Buck's net shot again, direct damage. So this is a change. Throw a net that deals 200 damage to single enemy and slows them by 50% for 2 seconds. Has a range of 250 units. Crowd control is a very core part of Paladin's experience. From fueling, that's a fucking understatement. What? From fueling part of the ability loop to a major frustration point.
Oh.
I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. As the tension
Imagine how many people did that.
Bro, I can't with them. They're killing me with this. Like, this is getting to be. Whoever has to write this, they make me laugh every time I have to read it. Because it's always
Right.
so funny. Of the tension between the amount of severity of CC effects evolved over time. This is the first step in a series of changes we hope to make to communicate crowd control more clearly, which, again, kudos to them because girl, you ain't got nothing in this game that explain that shit. Only the poor new players that gotta get CC'd to their death and be like, why can't I move?
Why
Like,
am I in Shrek
girl.
Swamp?
Yes. Like, I remember when I was new to this game, girl, and I went up against a fucking Sarah Samani, Evie, and Nara on a TDM, girl. I shit my pants. And
God.
there was just
Oh
a Leanne
snap!
just chilling in the back, just like, yeah, guys, do what you want.
Pew Pew Magoo.
Running grace cards on like fucking five. Like, this shit was crazy. Anyway, eventually, with the goal of updating and improving crowd control to be more robust and less frustrating, this starts with the calling out similar effects that players can reliably expect to behave the same, and also highlighting specific effects that can act differently based on context. Generic highlights have been given widespread effects, with certain more niche effects having more unique tags. For example, Ray's Spirit Link. I miss Caspian Stun. Yeah, Zama, me too.
I miss Caspian Stun as well,
I
Zama.
used to go 30 and 2
I
back in
don't.
those days. Shit,
You don't
40,
I don't
because
play
you just
Please
get
don't
Caspian.
think with that.
40 and 2, 30 and 2. I was shitting on
exactly
people
what
with
I'm
that
saying. I'm like,
shit.
you don't because you
I
play
played
cat.
against him, not as him, so I don't.
Oh, I was Himothy on Caspian. That shit was wild. Also, side note, Itachi made some randoms like wet themselves because of his sexy Ash gameplay. Just putting that out
Ooh.
there. I don't remember what game it was, but I just remember he was like some badass ults and shit, and like
Mhm.
Let's
carried.
go.
Yeah, just a random
He
moment.
always is though. It's always like that with him.
Yeah, Tachi. Just random people be like fangirling over Tachi. It's funny as fuck.
Like actually such a sexy player.
Right, like his moves will make you be like, "Excuse me."
Is that Mick
Like
Jagger?
orgasm worthy.
Caspian's my
Right.
baby daddy, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why he's my baby daddy.
Mm-hmm. Our vision
Wow.
moving forward is a more
Why
dynamic
aren't
way
you
to.
asleep?
I know, yeah, you
I'm playing
like
Paladins. Leave me alone.
Oh, I was like, what are we yelling at? What just happened?
poor Drifty. This is every time.
I
Still
just hear his
talking.
voice in the background, like,
Zama,
bro, he's
right?
still here.
I'm
Um,
chilling.
well, basically, okay, they're just touching
I'm
base
by
on the word
myself. I'm by
changes.
myself.
Let's go into the limited
Oh.
time modes. I want to read this because, girl, I don't see no choose any, so fuck them. Anyways, TDM roulette. I'm gonna keep bitching about that every opportunity I get, because why the fuck y'all ain't bring choose any back? Like,
At
come on
least
now.
make a variation of it if you're
I'm
not gonna
just
bring it back.
saying, or put it in customs. Like, I would shut
Put
up
it in
about it
customs.
if it
Oh my
was in
gosh.
customs. Like, let me play it at least when I feel like it. Like, come on. It was the most fun I ever had on Paladins. Dead ass, hands down. Like, it was
Mhm.
nothing else
What
was
it is.
more fun.
You know how funny it is running in a squad of 5 of the same character? It's hilarious.
Bro, we won a siege
Hilarious.
match on Fish Market, all Torbalds against all Victors. Do you know how funny that is?
It's because we just
Do
all
you
hit them
do you know
all
how
off the
many
map.
it's workings that was?
Dude, what?
Oh my god.
It was so fucking funny. It's on my YouTube channel, I believe. Somewhere. It's one of the videos. It's up there. But yeah, they need to bring that back. Anyways, TDM Roulette. Draft your team carefully in this gun game inspired Throne TDM. Every time you die, randomly swap to another champion on your team and quickly adapt to overcome your opponents. That does sound fun.
Oh
I'm not gonna
goodness.
lie. It
That'd
sounds
be
chaotic
interesting.
as shit, but it does sound
Uh
fun.
huh. Feel like
Uh,
it's gonna just give me nothing but flanks, and I'm just gonna be stuck.
Truly talented, I've never really cared
It's like
for,
mystery
but
heroes.
it's back. Champions added Atlas to the champion pool. Flashback Fisher. Activating second chance leaves behind an unstable Fisher that explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 1000 damage. Removed Yagarath from the champion pool. Ooh,
Bye,
interesting.
Yak.
Bye,
know.
sister. God damn.
They said no yag.
Game
Let's
rules.
see what
Starting credits
happened.
decreased from
What?
500 to
Wait, what
400.
happened with Yag?
Oh, they removed Yag from
Wait.
the truly talented limited time mode, which no one really gives a fuck about, but you know.
Oh, okay, okay. I heard removed Yag and buy Yag, and I was like, wait, she like
I hope so. No, no, no.
Shitty said, nah, 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 nah.
Nah, remove that guy from the game. Like, I don't care.
Get him, man.
I agree with what Nova said earlier. Remove Ray.
I
Unrare.
hear
Wait,
Ray
did
is
he
good.
still in the call?
No, do not
Rat
Bro, I
remove
thought
Ray.
he
Ray's a
left.
good champ.
I want that, Ali. That's like your wheel, but every time you die. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking that, right? Like, it is kind of like our random wheel that we spin for the champions.
Oh shit! They snuck in. They're like, ooh,
They
cool
snuck
idea.
in.
You are in
They
here.
snuck into my stream. I was like, oh, that's a cool concept. Let's put our own spin on it. Map list replaced certain maps with their classic variations: Stonekeep, Borders Gate, and Timber Mill. So that's for the truly talented. And then removed certain maps when released or reworked after season 2, which is Frozen Garden
I'm not
Dawnforge.
doing my best right now.
Bug
I was
fixes.
like, I'm doing so good in Barrack, and I jinxed
They're
myself.
fixing an issue where certain talents were not available for players to select, soft locking them, which I know that was a huge issue. Balance changes. Damage types refactored various weapons and abilities properly used the correct damage type between direct and area. Added new callouts on variation effects that note when they swap damage type due to talent selection. Example: Ash's slugshot talent now informs players it swaps their weapons from an area damage or area to direct damage, which that was an unnecessary change because if you didn't know what slugshot did, you're just dumb. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like I'm just over here like question mark. Hold on. I have the perfect thing
A
for
good
this.
example, I think, is Victor. His basic fire is direct damage. His grenade is area damage.
No, but like, who needed this
Ta-da!
change to tell them that? I'm so confused.
I think it's because they wanted to match it up with blast shields and Haven coming back, so that you could
Oh.
match up the item with
I
the keywording.
I guess I get it, but also, why dude?
But also,
Like, this is me right now. Trying to compute. Why the fuck they need to do that? But okay. Anyways. Skipping down. Alright, so returning item, blast shields. That's a hot topic. And a lot of people don't know about that. Blast shields was in the game before arcane warding. A lot of people felt like arcane warding wasn't really doing much. I mean, and it would for certain characters if you knew which characters did what, but a lot of people don't. So I think instead of educating the characters, they were like, let's just put easy mode back in.
easy mode.
Bro, am I
That's
wrong or am I wrong? Come on.
No, I
Like,
agree.
bruh. Because I didn't mind it. I kind of liked having the arcane warning because it helped with certain champs that did too much with their abilities versus their basic
Like
damage.
Amani that is going like just full on ability
I
cooldown.
mean, Black Shield and Haven will kind of work the same way.
It does, but it's like at the same time, why even make the change? Like you took it. Why even
I mean,
take it out from the beginning then?
because I mean, 'cause they wanted to try to switch things up, and with Black Shield and Haven, I mean, it kind of affects the whole kit instead of just one ability.
And then it's like you wait until now to improve your word gameplay. Like come on. um, but okay. And then the cost is 300. Replaces arcane warding. Haven is returning. Reduces damage taken from direct attacks. I'm not opposed to again these things coming back because people were myself included complaining about why it was even taken out to begin with. Uh, I mean, certain champs you just need something like Haven because I mean, trying to you spend more time trying to figure out what do I need versus what like I don't have time during a siege match to pull up your Paladins wiki and look up the difference between area direct and this and that to be like okay I need to buy this. Like there's just certain champs I know what to buy. And I feel like that comes with experience. Anyone else got anything to say about either of those two items returning?
Not really. Aside from like you brought it up, it's pretty much they just put back easy mode in so that people can figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll probably take it out after people complain enough about it because they'll be like, "What was the doing this?"
What was that fucking game mode that they put in to test the item store? I forgot. Y'all remember that?
I feel like it was like a test
Siege
map on
remix.
TV.
Yeah, Siege Remix.
Oh god.
With
I
all
forgot
them
about that
with
shit.
them fucking that Burger King head ass
Okay,
menu and shit.
okay. I will say a hot take. I actually
Love the
enjoyed that
Burger
game
King
mode.
head
I'm
ass
not gonna lie.
menu.
I
It
low key enjoyed it.
was. It was like, yo, I'm trying to play the game, not read a fucking Stephen King novel to figure out what item I gotta buy.
Oh,
The fuck?
well, that one, right?
Yeah. You remember. Head ass. Now Zoe saying my butt is a Stephen King novel. Bruh. No, dude. Okay. I need to read the Horde thing because Justin said so. Horde. Gain 5 to 7 credits on getting eliminations. Now transforms at level 3 to instead provide 10% movement, mount, cooldown, and ult charge speed. What the fuck are they
So
doing?
basically adds another level to all of the yellow items from that one
Why?
item.
Dude,
It costs
okay.
$17.50 though. The
This
most expensive
this
item in the game
went
now.
from being the most useless item to now being dangerous as shit for certain people. Like, ew. I can't believe I'm saying that. Bro,
So the people that were already getting away with rushing Horde and kind of making it work, it's just gonna. This is just gonna increase that for them. For like Genos and Corvus and stuff, they both love
Genos
an
was the
additional
first
bit
one
of
that came to mind.
Chronos, morale boost and stuff. Like,
But see, I've been seeing people like rush Horde on Io and Willow. And personally, I think that it's way easier to just play the game and get your credits normally with those two champions. I don't think that they're necessarily champions that you need to buy Horde on. I mean, you can if you want to, I guess, but like, it's not a necessity. Like, I don't know who the fuck lied to you and said you need to
yeah.
rush that shit, but you don't. Willow specifically, and I'm just saying this because I've become the most stinkiest like Willow main in the past fucking 2-3 months. Yo, she gets all charged so fucking fast on her own. Not to mention with a Ray on her team or a Grok. Like, girl, no, you don't need it. But like, even with this now, you can fuck around and get this shit, bro. You can fuck around and, bruh. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what I potentially might see, because I'm already my mind is already going to like the randoms that I played with that, the random that I joke about that fucking got horde on Willow, and I was like, what are you doing? And like they didn't do much, but it's like now that I think about it, I'm stinky enough to pull off some cringy ass build on her. Let's say we're going up against the stinky team. I would be the cringy little cringe lord to get like horde lethality and then Chronos kill too.
Yeah, I think this will be really good as like a late game item. Like you rush double horde so that like throughout the game, you know, you're
Right,
just getting all those credits.
right.
After you've gotten everything you want, then just buy that item because once
I'm
you
rushing
buy it
horde
at
on
the
I'm
third
rushing horde
level,
on Ray.
you don't get the credit increase anymore. So to make use
Right.
of those first two levels of the horde,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like your last item buy, but it's also gonna make sure that you know if you do rush horde, you're not just sitting, you know,
I don't
7,000
know.
credits and you can't spend them because you already have your full build kind of
I
shit.
don't think this is enough to even get me to buy it
I know
though.
that's exaggerating, but
Because the types of
right,
games I get, and you know, like, we don't get time to generate nothing, girl.
that part too, will it be worth it to extend it out that long of a game?
We gonna have to test it. Like, I'm gonna have to
Hmm.
maybe buy it because I honestly stayed away from it. It was a kind of useless item for me, and I'm sorry if that like
Yeah,
But
annoys
Justin, you do
anybody.
get it when you get level 3. You get 21 every during it.
I think they said it trades out the credit for. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it says it
You
transforms
it
at
does.
level 3. Oh, does it still give you the credits? I
No,
thought
at
they
level
said at
3,
some
at
point
level
that at
3 you get
level
the
3 it
bonus.
takes away the credit increase and gives you the buffs.
No, you
That's
get
Yeah,
what
the
I
buff.
thought.
You
unless
get
I
the
read that
buff. You
wrong.
have the credit increase.
Yeah, now transforms at level 3 to instead
Yeah, it says instead give,
provide. So not in
meaning the
Oh,
buff
tandem
for the
see,
to.
credits is gonna
I didn't see
go.
Yeah,
the
you
instead
see,
part. My
but you
bad.
see what I'm
Wording.
saying? Paladin's
We are trained in the
verbiage.
Paladins word ways.
Cause I'm like, hold on, I know what the fuck transform me. Look, I'm hot, but I ain't that hot, girl. All right, the next one, nimble, increased scaling from 7, 14, 21% to 10, 20, 30. Very fair, very demure.
Love it. Everyone likes moving faster.
I'm gonna
So
read
yay.
this just because it's short. In the spirit of popular community requests and leaning into our past, Nimble is also seeing its value brought back up to when it was in the early days of Paladins, but without a price increase. Enjoy the slightly faster pace of play. Girl,
Yeah.
yes. You can now
Appreciate
unlock
ya.
your inner cringe lord with your favorite champs now. Just be Speedy Gonzalez. Cards. Various cards that were equivalent to raw damage amplification have been reworked. Betty LaBamba's Ride the
Mhm.
Rocket, Kasumi's Essence Drain and Deadly Traps, Nyx's Center of Combat, Omen's More, and Void Choke. Select champions are receiving focus shifts between their base kit and cards to rebalance where their strengths come from, aka Sati and Ray. I think that's pretty big for them
Yeah,
to acknowledge
I
that.
think it'll be easier to balance things if there's not like cards that they have to balance for like damage buffs and stuff too.
Oh, 100% Zama is going to be the number one ball item rushed first. 100%.
Especially being the cheapest item in the game.
Because,
Oh
like,
yeah,
because
I
remember,
agree.
Justin and I, when we had that conversation about diminishing returns, reload speed and movement speed are probably the most, like, least punished compared to most things.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, reload has none. It just has a small cap, and then nimble's
right,
just less harshly diminished.
right. So moving on to champion changes. Yay. Mimi's pop off moment. So Barrack, Forge Fire increased single turret damage from 350 to 400. Increased double turret single target damage from 450 to 666. Hello Satan. Satan who? Satan where?
Wait, is that really what they increased the numbers to? Wow.
Hello. High res needs Jesus.
You know someone's up there like hee hee hee, just an extra 6
I
damage.
think my diabetes just went up, girl. No, dude. Where Mimi at? Mimi in the DC. She in the DC. She in the VC. She in the DC area.
In the DC. That
DC
ain't
Marvel.
actually wrong. She honestly, that isn't honestly wrong either because
San Francisco, where's your
You're
disco?
actually in San Francisco.
You are?
no
What about me?
shade.
Mimi, come
San
back.
my name?
Francisco, where's your disco?
He's
What
like,
about
We're
me?
doing the barrack.
you're
We're
in
going
the,
over barrack.
you're going over Barrack, and you came to mind. I was like,
Oh,
Mimi's having a breakout moment, and then I started reading about Barrick.
yeah, I'm not doing too hot. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, I'm doing so good, and
It's
then it
not
just went
you.
off.
It's always the random's fault, even if it's your fault.
I'm playing with. Oh, should I tattle? Yeah, I'm tattling. I'm playing with Drifty right now.
She said, should I
Mm.
tattle? I'm tattle.
So Drifty, so you didn't send me an invite, Drifty? That's crazy.
It's fucked up.
Asshole.
She said, "Should I tattle? I'm a
You didn't offer
tattle,
one, Drifty. You
bro."
could have offered an
That was
invite.
the most innocent.
I don't know, bro.
I fucking
That
can't.
sucks.
Why would you do that to poor Mimi? What is wrong with you?
Wait, wait, what happened to me? Wait,
You're in the abyss.
You're in the abyss.
Bye, Mimi.
oh, are you watching?
Have a good time.
No, no, no. But
Oh,
Barracks
oh,
increased range from 22 to 30 units, and now
this isn't
Barracks
going
level
well.
8 talent.
This isn't going well. This isn't
Fortify
going
is
well.
now
I
Barracks
literally
level
have
1
not
talent,
gotten
which I
any
think is a
heals
fair
from
change.
Paris once in this game.
Mhm.
Because there's too many bad Fortify Barracks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Uh,
think the one thing they still need to do is just fix the targeting on it. It just takes too long to actually lock on.
Yeah, I agree.
For the flamethrower
Bro, I
target, at
haven't
least.
gotten any heals. And like, and this guy is targeting me.
No,
What is
dude.
Oh.
Betty La Bomba's ultimate, Long Live the Queen, now provides CC immunity during roundup. And then once Betty dismounts, the rocket speed increases from 80 units to 100, which that is a
Oh,
great change because fuck her fucking stupid ass fucking alt that is so goddamn slow. I'm
It's so
happy about
slow.
that. Yes, you do hear kitty
Right?
purrs because I'm petting her and she's licking my nose right now.
Kitty.
Now she's trying to eat the mic.
what are we doing? Why are we hiding?
Say hi to stream, mamas. Say hi.
Kitty.
I'm
Princess Leia.
Yeah, I'm just giving her belly rubs. She's like being held like a baby. She likes that shit. Alright, so that's her ultimate, and then the cards. Ride the rocket reworked to increase the projectile speed of cluster bomb
I'm giving up.
by 6%, which I love because there's two different builds that I have that I know that is going to be incredibly stinky and I'm gonna feel the difference. I actually played Betty earlier and I did feel the difference. I was able to like shit on a fucking Bora and Leanne consistently.
Nice.
Alright, who's next? Bum King.
I'm not doing good. I'm not. I'm like, I'm throwing.
His talent, Accelerant, now also deals 200% bonus damage to shields, which is incredibly stinky. That's really
Yeah, I
stinky.
think that's like 2,000 something
Oh my god.
damage.
wow.
Here, let me see how much
My
it
shielding better
initially
be
does.
immaculate by the time this game is over with how
So
much I died.
850 times 3. Whatever 850 times 3 is.
Goodness. Still.
That's how much damage it's going to do to shields.
So if you see like a BK Betty, like that's gonna be a stinky comp, or Dredge BK.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be really stinky. EV talents Snow Globe decreases slow on Ice Storm from 60% to 30%. So that's a nerf.
Dustin, that math is 2550.
That's stinky.
2550? Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
that's a lot.
breaks a lot of shielding. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Even if you have Guardian too, or like a Torvald,
Mhm.
which is good because I did say last patch there's a lot
Well,
of.
I'm worried for
patch.
Torv.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Torvald. Like, oh goodness.
Well, he was like Pocket King. He was Poly Pocket King last patch, dude.
But
like,
now but like half his health is shields, and that's gonna do that much. That's how much shielding he pretty
yeah,
much has.
poor guy is done for.
That's like literally half his health. It's gonna take out, and then he's just gonna be stunned on top of that. Oh, poor grandpa. He's
Yeah.
not gonna like that.
Her cards.
But that's only with the talent, right?
That's only with the. Yeah, that's only with the Accelerant talent. For
Oh, okay.
yeah, for Eevee's card, Cold Acclimation.
Being ganged up on.
Acclimation,
Being
cold
ganged up on.
acclimation.
Being ganged up
Reworked
on.
to while you're within Ice Storm, heal for 32 every 1 second. Gain
I tried
10%
that card.
movement
It's
speed, which
pretty
is
good.
actually really stinky because a lot of EVs I noticed struggle trying to get
It's
out
pretty
alt.
good.
So that'll help
That
them get
cold
away.
acclimation.
That card
Oh
will help
shit.
them kind of, get
That's some pretty
away.
good movement speed.
Especially if you're against like hit scans.
And it lasts for a few seconds after you leave. That's good.
Yeah, it lingers for 3 seconds after leaving it, so that's actually really stinky, especially if you're coming out of your ult. For Grover,
Oh.
cards Chopper increased scaling from 50 to 100. Io Ultimate Be Gone, her ult was changed. No longer explodes on walls, instead will continue a long wall after dropping targets on collision for a few seconds. So I'm going to read this little bit because this is kind of important and pertinent to the alt change. It was incredibly frustrating as IO to launch your ultimate and have it instantly detonate onto an errant collision. Be gone frustration. Now IO's ultimate travels along the surface it hits, leading to sneaky shots that can send people flying. Generally more successful IO ultimates, which is good because a lot of times there's a lot of maps that get in the way of getting a good IO ult off. So that's really good.
Yep. Like the stairs just ramping up next to you and you get too close to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're not actually on the stairs, kind of shit.
Right. Or even body blocks could fuck it up.
Being too close to a wall, just in general.
Yeah. Kasumi's weapon, the yokai doll, adjusted targeter to be more precise, allowing aim control in scenarios with multiple targets, decreased effective range from 100 to 80 units, increased mac range from 100 to 120 units, reduced overall cone size from 6 to 1. Against more characters, Kasumi will be required to aim within 1 unit of their body. So you're going to have to be playing really up close, which is why if you're noticing a lot of Kasumi's playing that way, this is why. She'll maintain a level of forgiveness in close quarters, but at range will be asked to land more blows. Because there were some Kasumis that were able to pretty much snipe from across the map. As soon as they got sights on you, that was it. Talent Haunted Ground increased cooldown activation from 8 to 6 seconds. Card Deadly Traps reworked to increase the duration of Spirit Traps crowd control effects by 0.2 seconds. Essence Drain reworked to increase your movement speed by 6% for 3 seconds after using Savage Tear, which is actually stinky. With new Nimble, like, that's actually insane. Oh my god, and lethality, Jesus, that's actually so crazy. You're gonna see a lot of cringy Kasumis, I feel like, if you haven't already. And
Yeah, I
then,
like that they made her not so like forgiving on the aim. She's
honestly,
pretty much like
yeah.
hit scan at that point now.
I gotta
Like
put some eye
one unit
drops.
away from your body versus 6. That's a huge
Oh yeah, she's going to have
decrease
to
of the
be
cone,
up close
or
and
however you want to say
personal with
it.
these enemies, and depending
Or
on
have
the
like
map,
really good aim.
yeah, which is good because the auto aim was a huge,
Yeah,
complaint for a lot of us. I mean,
exactly.
including myself. I mean, I was getting fucked up by Kasumi's again across the map
hmm
where I shouldn't be, but the forgiveness of the range was just insane. Like it was literally if they have sights on you, point blank period, line of sight. Lex weapon magnums reduce camera shake while firing by 65%, which is huge. Talent's heroism reworked to gain crowd control immunity during combat side. Uh, Death Hastens adjusted camera shake to mirror base magnum changes, which I think are all really good and healthy for Lex. Because I played him.
Yeah, for
And the
sure.
camera shake, I fucking always hated. It was not just a console thing.
Same. That's the reason I ran Death Hastens, because I hated the camera shake.
Yeah. I agree with what Dippy was saying here. They said say what you want about the devs, but they listened to the Kasumi complaints. It took a minute, but they listened, and I agree. I mean,
That's
a
true.
lot of people are complaining about the same thing. It's like if you hear it after a while, you know you got to make some kind of change. Maldamba cards, Pungent Gourd, increased scaling from 5 to 8%, which is huge.
That's the movement speed one.
Yes, I love that because I have a build that's hybrid and that would go perfectly with it. So I'm loving that. I need to play on Damba because I haven't since the patch. Nyx cards, Center of Combat reworked to Royal Presence's poison now lingers on enemies. for zero.8 seconds. Back with a Vengeance, we've given Nyx players the ability to facilitate a poison game plan with this card after removing the functionality at base. It's a cheeky card that lets you sneak in that extra percentage of health that could turn a fight in your favor. That is also super huge, especially for us Nyx players.
Hmm.
Any comments so far on anything?
I'm glad they put that card in for Nyx.
Yes. Yes, girl. I haven't
Because
played Nyx either.
I haven't, right. I've been like,
There's so
it
much
just
to
doesn't feel
play.
the same. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm forced to be more aggressive than I want to be on her.
Right. I agree.
And I like being aggressive on Nyx, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah,
You seen how I play.
true. Omen's weapon, Aphotic Reaver, reduced number of shots to enter Entomber mode from 2 to 1. Cards, Everlasting Power, reworked to whenever you mark an unmarked enemy with an ominous brand, gain 8% movement speed for 3 seconds. That's also huge. More, reworked to while at least 2 enemies are marked by ominous brand, heal for 60 every 1 second. Void Choke
That
revoked.
speed omen, that speed card for omen is really good.
Yeah, I gotta look at my builds because I haven't touched my builds in a while.
Well, I'm gonna have to touch mine
I
too.
just I
Yeah,
just made one and it's really fun.
yeah, I'll have to look at it. The Void Choke rework increased the lift height of Gravity Vice by 30%, which is incredibly stinky. Like that's so stinky. You're gonna see a lot of Genos Omen, I feel like. A lot of
Dude, the lift
Genasi.
height one I want to see. That looks. That sounds funny.
30% is crazy. Ray, passive, new, Mana Drain. Hitting enemies with Sigil reduces cooldown of your next chain heal by zero point 0.4 seconds. This effect stacks. That's stinky as shit. Ability, Spirit Link, increased time to break from 2.25 seconds to 3 seconds. Envelop, remove damage done while close to enemies. Increased jump height bonus from 50 to 75%. Why? I don't know. They felt like she needed to be more bunny, I guess. the
She needed to be more bunny.
Yeah, like, girl, 50 to 75, that's crazy with lethality, like that's insane. Because I don't think diminishing returns punishes jump height like
Nope.
that. So, yeah, that's crazy. Um, Talents, focus, reduce link duration from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, reduce the cooldown from 7 to 6 seconds. Cards, Arcane Maelstrom, increase scaling from 4 to 7 seconds. Arcade Manipulation, increase scaling from 0.3 seconds to 0.8 seconds. Desperate Defense, increase scaling from 50 to 80. Enveloped Magic rewarded and shifted to decrease the maximum damage taken per instance during Envelop from 255 minus 20, I guess. I don't know how to read that. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
I'm blind.
So basically, each instance is gonna go from 225. The more you have it increased, I think
Right.
it's down to 175 per instance of damage.
Okay.
So if a Strix snipes you, you would take, instead of taking the 1,000 damage with that active, you would take like the 200 whatever, and then at the max value of it, it's only 175 damage you would take. Or something
Got
like
you.
that.
It still mitigates.
I don't know the numbers. Don't go on the numbers.
Right.
I'm just throwing numbers out there as examples.
Gotta play it to feel it. Magic in the Blood reworked increased your healing received by 5% while at or below 50% health, which is huge. Midnight Stroll reduced scaling from 4 to 3. Threatened Subject increased scaling from 8% to 10%. I'm gonna read this little bit here. Ray has been performing well in double support compositions. Yeah, no fucking shit. She's an enable.
Imagine
She
saying the obvious.
imagine stating that. That's who
She
wrote
creates the
this?
double. heal.
She's the enabler,
She's the
100%.
she's the queen. She's literally the queen of double.
She's the queen of
Are we talking
starting
about
shit.
Ray?
Yes.
They.
How did I know?
I
How
like
did
how
know?
you knew immediately that we were talking about Ray because
She's
yes.
I heard she's an enabler, and I was like, oh, that's right.
She is though. She is. Certain solo support
So
scenarios,
funny.
however, are some pain points that are felt on both sides and both sides of her kit, and we want to address now that she's in a spot. A combination of several cards having lackluster scaling alongside dominance of magic in the blood has left her choices while building a bit limited, or a bit more limited than we'd like. To remedy this, we're moving current magic in the blood into base, which is good, as a new passive and empowering a wide variety of her cards to be more enticing options. I'm in a game with Genos and Io, Furia, Fernando, and me. Oh my god. What are you playing?
They're playing Willow, and I'm very upset.
Oh, you're going against him?
On Faith and Slug,
They're
yeah.
playing Matthew.
The way Tachi said
I
that,
see that.
he sounded like he was in pain.
Okay,
Atachi, she's learned
this
from the
time I
best.
promise to carry on Barrack. No more of this fooling around shit I've been doing, apparently.
Sati. Abilities, ricochet. Oh god, the coin. Reduce number of shots from 4 to 1. Increased explosion damage from 550 to 750, bro. Cardboard cutout Sati is literally going to be your best friend.
Oh no,
Decrease.
this is the coin.
Oh.
The coin's gonna be exploding now.
What? Oh my god. I misread that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Coin spam already pissed me
Explosive
off.
coins.
I misread that. But that's so stinky. She doesn't need
You
that.
shoot it once, and then if you shoot it again, then it'll explode. That's how that'll work.
Dude, could you imagine an Androxus
So you do
thinking
one
he's
ricochet
you?
shot, and then then it explodes.
Right. Well, that could backfire if there's like an Andro reversing.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that, but you're right.
Because
Or
my
like
mind
Term just trying
immediately
to get his
goes to
little
that. Yeah.
siphon axe and stuff.
That could get you killed. Decreased explosion radius from
Shit.
35 to 25. The description currently in game says 10 units is incorrect. Well, at least they state that. But obvious. Also, yes, Justin, my mind goes there every time when I read stuff like this. I'm like, okay, that sounds good on paper, but let me think about my
Right.
elo and the games that I encounter because, girl.
Mm-hmm. So you think long term? I'm just like, ooh, new things.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
Talent, spare change, shifted effect to ricochet now costs 2 pips, and earning any elimination grants you 2 pips, which is good return on that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If you are choosing to, go that talent. No judgment. Cards, costly physics, reworked to increase the damage of radius of Ricochet's explosion by 8%. Steel coin purse increased scaling from 3% for 2.5 seconds to 4% for 3 seconds. Paper design increased scaling from 4 to 8. So a lot of big changes, like balance changes, a lot of champions, and we're not even done yet. Like this is big. This is a lot of good stuff. And I mean, I'm sure. Hold on, I gotta put some more eye drops in. I'm sure after a week of everybody complaining, stuff's gonna get moved around before it gets settled in for sure. Before the dust settles.
Yeah. I think what we see overall isn't like too bad. I think the biggest pain point of the PTS was the Ceres. Sadly, it didn't make it.
A lot
But
of people feel that way. Yeah.
You know what? I think it's a good choice they didn't put it live, honestly. Much as I wanted to play it.
People would have abused it. You think?
Oh yeah, that shit was gonna be way too stinky. Her ult is like one of the best ults in the game, and to be able to spam that every 30 seconds.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Nah.
that's insane. All right, so Saris. Now that we're here now.
Ta-da!
Can one of the mods snooze the ad for me? Sarah's passive that adds, if you can snooze it for me, if you have the ability to.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, never mind.
Alright, so passive. Soul Collector integrated Ren Soul Healing and Talent Soul Collector into a unified passive in base. Each soul orb charges your detonate heals for your 12% of maximum heal, as well as increasing your maximum health and weapon damage by 1.5% until you die. Buff effects stack up to 16 times. Talents, Resuscitate is new. Increase your Soul Collector health and weapon damage bonus to 2% per charge. Replaces Soul Collector. Now I ran this earlier and got a hell of a healing game. It was like it was a great healing game. I forgot how much healing I did. It was insane. I do feel it. I did get my ult off a lot faster too. It was really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, even though the ult charge part of it isn't there, the fact that you're doing more damage for the stacks and stuff,
Yeah.
you're still building your ult charge faster too.
It is still
so
a good hybrid.
I think it's a
Series.
fair trade-off, honestly, but still, minus points for creativity. But
Yeah.
I like what they did, but yeah,
No, there was better things they could have
we're
done.
back
for
to
sure.
the same. We're back to square one. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
Oh yeah, like you said, it was meant to replace Soul Collector, and it's like okay, we put it in base, but then made a 2.0 version, so we never
Yeah.
we left, but we never
Why?
really left. Like that's. Oh my god. Hi, Froggy.
My frog.
Everyone on YouTube is gonna shit themselves when they get to the fucking hour mark, because all you're gonna hear is. I don't edit my videos anymore for the podcast episodes. It was just gonna be straight here, fuck. What's up, Froggy?
Yeah, buddy.
What happened to
Hey,
the
Froggy.
music? Froggy,
Froggy, the.
frog it the, frog it the, fuck it up.
I love frogs.
I do
Like, I'm
too.
actually obsessed with them.
I love Frog too. Frog is amazeballs.
They're my
Frog
they're-
is my
well,
senpai.
I like the animal as
Frog
well.
is my
He's
spirit
my favorite
animal.
animal.
All right, so
Accent for frog.
Torvald.
I had a frog themed bedroom.
General health.
Oh, cute.
Decreased base health from 3,000 to 2,800. Increased base shield from 2,500 to 2,700. I guess that's fine. I mean, I feel like a lot of Torvalds survive forever just because it's not only the health but like the shielding. So I feel like Guardian will still be your best friend, you know. I mean,
Wait, so he has the same amount as just
I'm gonna have to
200
end
extra in the
yeah.
shield department of his full health?
um,
Is that what it balances out to? Because he loses 200 health, gains
Yeah.
200 shield. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I read that right.
Right. Well, and you can still combat that if you want to just rush like I don't know, like Guardian Bed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, exactly what Frog was saying. It's the same
Okay,
amount,
there you
but he
go.
can rely more on his own. Which I mean, that's good. They doesn't have to have like a pocket. Abilities recharge increases shields provided for 2,500
Stay
to
here after that.
2,700. Protection reduce shield amount from 550 to 500. Yeah, which is
Wait,
good.
protection is getting another nerf? Dang.
Yeah. I mean, I have builds that like give me reset as fuck and mad buffs off protection, especially if you go to talent for it. So I get it.
Fair.
I get it. There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, those shields are oppressive. That's fair.
Yeah, there's some tinky things you could be doing with that. Cards induction rework to reduce protection cooldowns by 0.4 seconds after using recharge. Infusion reworked to heals for 30-30 every 0.5 seconds while channeling nullify. So a couple of changes there is not only just in general, but to his abilities and cards, but overall, I mean, I guess really good for him, you know, like Frog saying, he can do his own thing. He doesn't have to be with someone or just be known as the pocket, but he still is a very strong pocket, nonetheless.
Right.
So I think that's good. Okay, so we are almost done. Which sadly I am getting sleepy. I thought I was gonna want to do games after this, but unfortunately I'm gonna call it after this and go night night because I'm tired.
That's fair.
But for Willow, Talent's Nightshade now also refund 25% of the cooldown on hit. So this is trying to bring Nightshade back. Now I'm always joking about Nightshade being the worst talent, and it was pretty useless. But maybe now this talent can shine some, which would be nice, I guess. I don't know, I'm pretty biased.
Right. It does have like burst potential, but I still think Blast Flower is just gonna be the way to go with Willow.
Yeah.
Unless you go
Agreed.
against a bunch of shields, then maybe Scorn. Like, say you're going against
Yeah, that would be the
Nando,
second
Ash,
best.
and Makoa.
Then Scorn now also states secondary seedlings now deal 1500 damage over 2 seconds to any deployable shield hit. Which, I mean, I don't
Barrick,
know.
Nando, Koa, Vivian,
Yeah.
Ash.
And that's
All of those
just,
shields.
that's given the fact that they're not pushing you. Because if you're not going blast, you sacrifice those up close and personal fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Right,
only
yeah, that's what I was saying.
comment
Like,
about
that's the
that.
trade-off with
Yeah.
it. Like, unless you're going against a lot of deployable shields, I really don't think that's going to be picked over Blast Flower still.
I agree. Which is funny because I was reading this after bringing down after bringing down Blast Flower, we wanted to give Willow a bit of more options across her talents and loadouts, and I am just like shaking my head like, nah, Blast Flower's still better.
Right, like, I like that they gave it more diversity and, like, more
Yeah,
enticing to play them. I still think Blast Flower is going to be the way to go.
it'll ultimately be the way to go, but it is good to see that there is some work being done to them, at least for the long term, for different styles.
See, my game crashed.
Ying card
Fine.
shuffle increased scaling from 10% to 20%.
That was probably my last.
Zen Talons
Somehow
Guillotine
then.
now refunds 20% all charge if
Okey-dokey.
used as a killing blow, which is really stinky because a lot of Zens do that. So that's actually incredibly stinky. You could just farm morale boost and fucking farm your alts. That's really stinky.
Right.
That's really stinky. Wow. Especially with new Nimble and then getting Chronos. Like, you're never gonna die. Because you could just escape, use your... You could literally spare, like, have ults to spare to use them as mobility. Like, if you're on Timbermill, use them to get up top of things and shit.
Oh, there you go.
Yomi reworked to Whirl now ignites enemies for 3 seconds. Your Infernal Blade deals 20% bonus damage to target who are burning or ignited, which we covered a little bit earlier. And these are just some bug fixes, cosmetics, champions, known issues, and such. But overall, I think were changes that were not only a lot of them were needed, some were questionable, some were just like, we don't need this. Why do we have this? Anything you want to add to that? I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, but I can wait to get because I really want Bon Bon to be here for the hot seat. So I know that
Yeah,
we've been
for
trying
sure.
to do every 2 week, but if we can get Bon Bon available during the week, I wouldn't mind doing the hot seat, or even tomorrow, just whatever, real quick.
Yeah, man.
I'm so tired. I'm 9-9.
Yeah, go get you some
I've
sleep.
been up
take a
since
shower.
5 in the morning. Like,
Oh my
I'm,
gosh, girl.
I'm tired of shit.